What is up, Church by the Glades? I've always wanted to say that. My name is Dennis Dugaloo. I am here to give you 21 nutritional tips in 21 days. And I want to first off say that I am honored to be selected to fill this role for Church by the Glades by Pastor Hughes because I want to say right off the bat, I'm not a nutritionist. But what I will say is that all the tips that I will be sharing with you are all tips that I've personally applied to my life and that have really paid off for me. And I always try to spread that. Just to kind of give you a little bit about my background, at one time I was a professional physique competitor. In 2011, I was crowned Mr. USA Physique. Used to be a personal trainer, very heavy into nutrition. Since then, my partner and I have started a company called Forever Young Anti-Aging Solutions, where I am also the Chief Wellness Officer. Our team is made up of doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, and nutritionists. So many of the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you guys are things that I've learned from our medical team, and again, like that I've applied to my personal life, and also tips that have been applied to many of our patients' lives and their health. So let's get started. I want to make nutritional advice simple, right? There's a lot of information out there. It can get confusing. It can get kind of complicated, right? But it doesn't have to be. It can be very simple, and it really comes down to setting goals and setting boundaries. Most importantly, right? So what I mean by that is telling yourself, I eat these types of foods, I don't eat these types of foods, is really going to go a long way for you. And let's start from the bottom, right? So to make it simple, one thing that's a rule that I kind of go by is working as hard as I can to stay away from processed foods, right? So processed foods are going to be things that are man-made, right? So Twinkies, right? Bread, pasta, right? These are all man-made things, right? So staying away from those types of foods are going to go a long way for not just your health, but also for weight loss and your body composition. And so a couple tips that I give around this is, one, let's start with the grocery store, right? You're going grocery shopping. Where do I start? What do I buy? What don't I buy? I try to stay away from things that are in the aisles, right? Because if you think about what's in the aisles, it's going to be things that are in a box, right? That have a lot of preservatives. Probably not that good for you. If it's something that can sit on a shelf for months and months and not go bad, probably not that good for you. The only things I really purchase like within the aisle of a grocery store are going to be things like rice and oatmeal, water. That's really it. But where I'm shopping in a grocery store is the perimeter, right? So I'm staying in the perimeter of the store where you have your refrigerated items, right? So things that could go bad, right? Eventually, right? So, poultry, meats, steak, chicken, fish, and then vegetables, fruits, those types of foods. And what I always tell patients or clients, is that if you had to live off the land, right? If you just were living in the wilderness and you could eat whatever you could hunt or gather or pick, those are the types of things you should be eating in real life, right? So like if you're looking down at your plate for lunch or dinner and you're questioning, well, is this something I could go hunt or gather or pick? Then maybe you shouldn't be eating that, So staying away from processed foods is really just eating things you can really find in nature. Does potato chips grow on a tree? No, it doesn't, right? So let's stay away from that. But can I eat these fruits or these vegetables, or can I eat this type of meat? Eggs, these are all things you can go find in nature, and those are the types of things that are going to help you really stay healthier, and also help with your body composition. They're going to be less inflammatory. You're just going to feel better, and your body will thank you for it. You're going to perform better. You're going to have better body composition, and I think you'll be very happy with that.